Nicholas says, hey guys, looking to train up a VA to help with client link building, specifically outreach. I'm looking into some different tools to connect into a Google Workspace email. And after some advice, would you go down the route of using various Gmails or use a branded domain extension for the emails? For example, agencyname.io, while the main agency is on a .com. Do you think people will think it looks spammy if the outreach comes from an SEO agency? Would love your feedback on this. Love the angry image of Bradley on the sidebar. Yeah, I know. That's funny. The sun was in my eyes when I was getting my photo taken and I couldn't see, and I look like I'm angry, but that's funny. So yeah, no, I would not. I do recommend using a domain email as opposed to free Gmail, because if once you properly warm up the email, the domain, you build up the domain reputation, and there's tools out there that do that. gmass.co has a warming feature that's free that you can connect directly to Workspace. So domain emails that you set up in Google Workspace, that's what I recommend you do. By the way, if you're going to be buying emails to set up in Workspace, so domains to set up emails in Workspace, do it through Google Domains. Go to google.domains or domains.google, one or the other. I think it's domains.google. And register the domain there. It costs $15 as opposed to like $12 at Namecheap. So you pay $3 more, but throughout the checkout process, you just check a box and it will automatically add Workspace and all the MX records, the SPF, DMARC, DKIM, all the stuff that you need to all the security records and verification records and everything else that you're going to need. And it's just a hell of a lot easier. And all you need is a Workspace starter account, basic account, which is $6 per month per user. That's all you need. And so what I recommend is doing that, number one, using a warming service to warm up the domain for at least 3 weeks. Better for 30 days if you can do it for 30 days. So, but at least 3 weeks before you start cold emailing. And then when you start cold emailing, do it very slowly and ramp up. And that's part of what the warming feature does. But I still, I'm doing a lot of cold email stuff too. I do it, kind of ramp it up slowly. I might do 5 emails a day for the first week, and then maybe 10 the next week and 15 the next week and that kind of stuff. And that's per day. But gmass.co has a warming feature that integrates with Workspace. It's free. It's great. If you're going to be doing a lot of outbound stuff, sometimes it makes sense to use like Mailgun or something like that. And then there's some other services that will integrate that are paid services for warming those. Lemlist is a good one. There's other ones out there too. When I say Lemlist, it's lemlist.com. I think it's a French company, but they've got a really good, what they call Lemwarm feature, which does really good warming as well, email warming. But the last part of that question was, should you use like agency in the name? No, I recommend a domain, but I recommend not something that says marketing or SEO or agency in the domain itself. And the reason why is because a lot of email spam filters are really sensitive to those kind of words. And so you can actually, it makes deliverability harder, or even if they deliver, they'll go to the promotions tab in Gmail a lot of the times if they have like trigger words in the domain, such as SEO or marketing, agency, those kind of words. So I recommend using, personally, what I like to do is my name, or, like for, I run an agency for tree service contractors. So I have treecarehq.com is the main site. So I've got treecarehq.net and treecarehq.org and a few of the other ones that I use kind of for mass emailing. But you could also use a name like, bradleybenner.com, right? I'd buy bradleybenner.net or bradbenner.net or something like that and use those. Those tend to, they don't look spammy. And so people tend to open those up more. So, you could just use a John Smith, Jane Doe, or whatever, you know what I mean? Something like just some kind of made up name domain that you buy, and use that as kind of your cold emailing strategy. That's kind of what I recommend. So, anybody have any comments on that? Chris, you do a lot of emailing, and Adam.
I do, but not this kind of emailing.
Straight up spam, I know.
Yeah, that's not true.
Well, you used to anyway. All right, that was a good question, Nicholas. Appreciate that.